Can you think of anything better than being financially free? Having no one to answer to, a wide open schedule, and enough passive income to live your life however you want? This is the goal for most people in the world. And while it may seem improbable, achieving this may be easier than you think. Hi, and welcome back to another video. We make content weekly about taking control of your life's finances. This week, we are going to be going over 7 habits you need to avoid if you want to become financially free. Number 1. Not having a plan. Imagine you were meeting some friends for dinner. They described this amazing restaurant that served all your favorite dishes. You might vaguely know where it is, but without a roadmap, you probably won't even get out of your own neighborhood. Aimlessly driving around will not only waste precious gas, it will waste your irreplaceable time as well. That's why you need directions or a game plan. Treating your financial situation the same way will get you where you want to be a whole lot quicker and more efficiently. You may have this vague idea of where you want to be financially, but until you clearly identify your goal and map out a plan on how you're going to get there, your journey can't truly begin. Number 2, overspending. It may sound painfully obvious, but spending more money than you bring in won't equate to financial success in the long run. Even people who make tons of money feel like they're quite good at managing it, make mistakes when it comes to this simple principle. Things like interest payments, or forgotten subscriptions, or surprise emergency payments can throw off your spending budget. You may be spending money on things you don't even use, or services you don't even realize you're still subscribed to. Doing a hard check into where all your money is going is crucial if you want to avoid any slow leaks along the way. Number 3. Buying liabilities over assets. Wealthy people focus on building a portfolio of assets rather than dumping their money into depreciating liabilities. When you buy a liability, not only are you immediately diminishing the value of your hard-earned dollars, you're missing out on an opportunity to build passive income by buying an asset. Will that flashy new car produce any dividends this month? Will your brand new wardrobe of clothing from Shein be writing you any checks this week? Highly unlikely. These items may make you feel rich, but true wealth comes in the form of financial security. And there's nothing more secure than locking up your hard-earned cash into some assets. So if you have a habit of impulse buying, or simply can't hang on to a paycheck for more than a day, you should consider scratching that consumer itch with an asset purchase. Shopping for stocks may not be as fun as shopping for rocks, but your bank account will thank you for it further down the road. Number 4. Relying on a single source of income. Plenty of people rely on a single source of income to make ends meet, but this is not a strategy followed by future millionaires. According to a recent study, 65% of the wealthy had at least 3 separate revenue streams established before their first $1 million was made. This not only increases the possibility of earnings, it also serves as a safety net in the event of a job loss or drastic changes in the market. Even the highest paying jobs in the world are at risk during economic downtimes. Warren Buffett once said, "Never rely on a single source of income. Make an investment to create a second source." If one of the most successful investors of all time is telling you to create a second source of income, maybe you should take that advice. If you want to learn the basics of investing for free, then head to the link in my bio and dive into Lindsay Marsh's immersive investing class on Skillshare. Number 5. Negative relationships. It might be hard to end relationships with people who may be preventing you from achieving your goals. But if you really want to set yourself up for a prosperous future, you have no choice but to take these steps. Some say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. While I don't think that is entirely true, I do believe it does bear some merit. If your inner circle consists of people who are frugal and intent on reducing their financial outlays, there's a good chance that you may pick up on some of their smart financial behaviors. On the other hand, this could be a negative thing for you as well, if the behavior of the people in your inner circle is poisonous or destructive. You should always avoid the company of people who do not appreciate the good things in you. It is one of the most important steps in the path to becoming wealthy. Number 6. Neglecting to learn. The wealthy are constantly inhaling knowledge, because the more you know, the less you don't know. Whether it's in the form of books, or newspapers, or online essays, for the elite, more time is usually allocated to education than anything else. Rich people know that the best investment you can make is in yourself. With the landscape of today's economy changing by the day, it's absolutely crucial to have a broad knowledge of a variety of topics. Neglecting to accept the fact that you need to constantly be learning in order to be financially healthy could really hold you back. That's why I absolutely love Skillshare. This year I have challenged myself to complete 50 classes or one class a week on Skillshare, and with the extreme variety in topics and talented teachers, I can't say I've had a boring week yet. So I urge you, take advantage of this 30-day free trial. Click the link in my bio and take the challenge with me. I bet you can crush at least 4 classes before your free trial ends. Number 7. Sticking to your comfort zone. Humans will practically do anything to avoid standing out in a crowd, as we strive to blend in, adapt to society, and become accepted. However, most people will never be successful because they can't set themselves apart from the rest. Wealthy people tend to be more at ease with constant change. You too must learn to assess, adapt, and overcome much quicker. Trying to increase your wealth will require you to take some calculated risks. However, the majority of people will never push their boundaries, which is why those who step outside their comfort zone are generally rewarded. The dream of creating financial freedom isn't foreign to anyone. All we want is the ability to live however and wherever we want, without the stress of money getting in the way. Do you think it's possible to achieve this goal? I believe that staying away from the bad habits mentioned in this video is the first step in achieving financial freedom. If you agree, let me know in the comments. If you've made it this far, thanks for watching. Please take a second to subscribe so you don't miss out on more amazing content like this.